This is for you, lovely colleague, psychotherapist, supervisor, trainer, healer, coach. When the clients enter the room of your therapy place, who do you see? I've been, especially more so the last 5 years, I've been really seeing the illusion of separation between ourselves and what we perceive ourselves to be and our clients. The universe has this unbelievable magical ability to bring people through our door so that we can keep cultivating presence and infinite unconditional love, which is not ever limited in this mind body, in this flesh, in this vessel, but it goes beyond it. So in the past I might have had glimpses of that when people would come through my door, and I would see glimpses or parts of myself in them, and maybe I would back in the day look to, reflect what is coming up for me. Quite often in the psychotherapy world, and I think it is shifting slowly, there is this notion that our wounding, our baggage, is seen as something to be rid of, is seen as something that we shouldn't ever bring into the therapy room. And I have had enough of the illusion of that, because in trying to keep our own wounding and stay neutral, it's an illusion, it's just not happening. What we are attaching ourselves to and what we are grasping is another sense of identity, that of the rescuer or the wounded healer or the person who is here to heal the other person. Okay, so I don't want to sound like that this is a bad thing to do, because this is part of a kind of journey of awakening. The way that life reveals here, and that is not separate to what seems to be occurring in my therapy room, is that the separation has dissolved. I am my clients. I see me in all my clients. And there needs to be a kind of discernment too in this journey, so that I can see the nuances in their own unique unfolding of their psychotherapeutic journey and towards discovery and transformation. But what it means to me in my therapy room to not hold on to any identity, because the identity has collapsed through an awakening, which is ongoing in our lives. It is not a noun to be mastered and planned and achieved. It is more a verb. Life is lifing through us. Awakening is happening, and awakening into the mystery and the new birth of ourselves is a far more richer tapestry to live life through that lens, which is not even a lens, a conceptual one. It's an experiential way of being. It is what in many contemplative traditions talk about the ground of being. And awakening can happen in many different layers and levels and steps and stages and depths, and some people split it into mind awakening, heart awakening, and gut awakening. For some it occurs suddenly and unplanned and spontaneously, like in my case. For others it requires a kind of, it's more of a disciplined road of doing. So what if, even if that's a hypothesis that part of you is willing to entertain, you inquired when the client comes into your room, what are they here to teach you? What is the universe bringing you to wake up into deeper and more fully? It takes a kind of courage, an existential courage, to keep looking at it that way. And I've always looked at it that way. Not out of choice, it's who I am at my core. That obsession about truth since a very young age. And when we are in this space and we're holding space for people from this non-dual lens, from this non-duality, there is immense sense of freedom. So the more we're able to view our own wounding as a gift, as a deep divine gift, and I know that can be challenging to hear for a lot of people, but it's coming from my direct experience, is the only way we will be able to be present in the wounding and the breaking down of people that we're working with. And to extent that we have achieved that in ourselves, we can only give to others what we embody. When in the therapeutic hour there is no desire to change any moment from the way it's arising, when there is a kind of an empty, spacious intimacy to allow the ground of being to emerge itself. I support people through their awakening journey, and everything is happening on its own. It almost feels like you're not in the room. You know, you're kind of empty, and yet you're more, I feel more present than ever before. And this transformation has been very interesting, and I'm still exploring the unraveling of this. It has brought a financial cost. And it really helped me to see how I was unconsciously keeping clients in the therapy room because I was perpetuating unconsciously. There was still a sense of an echo in this identity of an emotional sense of responsibility and a sense that I am here to heal, I'm here to support, and as a wounded healer. But what's here even if that identity collapses? It's something beyond names, beyond concepts, beyond roles, and it's the ground of being. And we cannot bring that in the therapy room at will if we haven't seen the truth of that revelation in our personal journey. You can begin to do that by slowing down, because life just happens. Life is not here to be mastered, to be achieved. It's not here. This is not a journey about self-improvement. This is not a journey about doing this training X, Y, and Z to heal and grow and improve. This is a journey of stripping naked, stripping layers, of shedding skin to reveal the completeness, the inner completeness that is at all times here available to you in any given moment. Saying no to the tendencies of the conditioning to wrap up our wounding, to plaster our breaking down moments. No, our breaking down moments are breaking through moments. Our clients' breaking down moments are breaking through moments. Our duty is to not get in the way. But even if we sit in silence and what's occurring in our brain is, oh, are they all right? Are they okay? And we want to rescue and we unintentionally shortcut a process. And we're not rooted in presence in that moment. So it's a quite different perspective to what perhaps some colleagues might have about psychotherapy. And that doesn't mean that we will not intervene in the right moment if somebody is needing an acting hand of help. But this intervention is arising from a sense of inner stillness, inner emptiness of no identity. And it's simply how truth is spontaneously expressing itself in the moment. And that might come about as a very, sharp congruence, as long as we're empty enough and we're cleared enough, we've done the work, and the work is infinite after a point. And so stop plastering and stop seeking for healing can actually, paradoxically, be the most ultimate healing we could have for our own journeys. Because healing can have an edge of self-rejection, and we can use words that we've been really conditioned to have as healers, psychotherapists, like letting go, or love your darkness. And everything can have an edge of, I've got to do this to get this right. So it's a much more nuanced and complex and multi-layered way of being, and we've got to open up our awareness and our consciousness to all of these very nuanced patterns and dynamics within our own psyche, and how we perpetuate inner holy wars inside of ourselves. That perpetuation we replicate in our therapy rooms through a need to find a solution, or a sense of responsibility, or we've got to have the answers. No. The more I learn and the more I undo the colonization within my body, mind and soul, my soul can never be colonized, the less I sometimes even need to talk, depending where the person is in their stage of awakening. So the way that I work is very much a moment to moment. I stay rooted in the complete knowing that you are sent as a reflection, as a mirror for my journey too, in some ways. And I am a work in progress. I am complete in my incompletion. I am perfect in my imperfection. I am divine in my messiness and my humanness. And that is an embodied truth. So if this way of working appeals to you, reach out. I'd love to support you on your journey of awakening.